conversation with yourself. Where am I? Am I living the life that I dreamed of? Are my goals important to me? Am I living the story that someone else has created for me? Where am I unhappy? And what am I prepared to do about it? Who is in my inner circle, or your celebration circle as I call it? Because your greatness was not designed to operate in isolation. So who's on team you? Who's there to see that you win? Who's there to check you, to keep you on point with your goals and your dreams? Because they do deserve to be realized. Part of the problem is that we are going it alone. You know, and we reward one another for that. We say, go on, girl, you got it. I know you got this. You're holding it down. No, you're not. No, you're not. That's a virtual reality. But what is really happening in your life? And only you can answer that. You know, one of the things I think is so important is that, you know, we talk a lot about having it all, but it's really about having what matters. And only you get to define that. So you have to ask yourself, is someone else having a say in my life over that? Or am I the author of my own story and how I want this to go?
I was going to say, so how do we differentiate between those that are truly in our corner and those that say that they are in our corner?
You know. No, we hallucinate. You know that. And we talked about this. We hallucinate about those who are in our lives. Maybe we count their opinions. Maybe we don't want to offend them. Maybe we want to be next to them because we think it makes us look good. It's sort of like social media. You've got 5,000 likes. Woohoo! But what does that really say at the end of the day? So don't hallucinate. You know the people in your circle who want to see you win, who push, polish, and check you. You have to even ask yourself, am I the kind of friend that I would want to have? You know, because the best relationships, as a friend of mine says, are always reciprocal. So you do know who belongs in your life. You know if they're making deposits or withdrawals. That's a great place to start.
So that's part of clearing the clutter, clearing the friends, and making sure you have everything in check.
Absolutely. And you have to stay on top of it. You can't take it for granted. Again, you have to do the work. But you are so worth it. But you have to know that. When you do, you wake up every day excited to be the truth of who you are. And if you haven't tapped into that, then it's time to get still and have that internal conversation.
I was going to say, one of the things that we had talked about last year when we were in Jamaica was the beauty of having Reiki sessions. And yes. So since you told me about Reiki, I've gone maybe about 3 or 4 times. So can you just sort of explain to me like how the experience is to you? Because for me it seems like a catharsis where you are still, like truly still and at peace, and all of the thoughts and the energy that comes from you, it's like you feel everything.
Right.
But at the same time, it's also relaxation.
Well, it is relaxation, but it's not a laying on of hands. Many people think it's a laying on of hands, but Reiki is really about energy balance. And we don't take the time, not even to balance our personal and professional lives, let alone to get still. But Reiki allows you to get still. And what happens is through that movement, in those sessions, all of your thoughts come to fore, including those that you put on lockdown because you're not ready to deal with them. Reiki helps you even challenge what you won't confront. So I think that Reiki is a gift. I love massages like the next girl, but I do make time for Reiki. Yeah, it's really important. And if you're not a person who, if you're kind of fearful about having a Reiki session, maybe you're not really ready for all that, at least do one workout a week that engages your mind. So be it Tai Chi or even yoga or what have you, because, we kind of beat ourselves up. We've got the bar and we've got the Zumba and we're running 5 miles and all of that. And I get the cardio aspect of it. But I really do think that your vision space, your mind, your command center, really needs just as much of a workout, just as much of a mental dump, if you will, as the sweat that comes from your pores when you're running.
Okay. That's very true. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's something that since I spoke to you that I've done, I've enjoyed, I've shared my experiences with other people. And that leads into my next question is people always ask me, how do I do everything that I do? Because I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm helping with my parents, I'm a business person, I'm a physician, I have 3 schools that I'm in charge of. How do I do everything that I do? But I do everything that I do because I make myself a priority.
Right.
So going back into that, how do you do everything?